John, first look at Moonee Valley for Jimmy Choux this morning. Just a bit of a spin, stretch the legs, was it?
Yeah, that's right. He's fit now, so we don't need to do much. He'll gallop this Saturday, so it's just to have a look and look. He's just done it with a plum.
Normally in Australia, when they put the markers out, you work on the outside of them. So you had to get down near the fence this morning, did you?
Yeah, no, there was a bit of a misunderstanding with the rider, I guess, but never mind. We got the best of the track.
You say you brought him here pretty fit. You just got to keep him ticking over and happy, do you?
Yeah. I mean, most times when I travel horses, I never do much that first week anyway, But like I said, he'll head out Saturday and then breakfast to the stars, and he'll be fine.
Do you need to do much on Saturday or next Tuesday here in your eyes?
No, look, he'll just do probably do a mile with him. It'll just be a nice quiet mile, and we might get the course proper at Flemington if we're lucky. But he'll have a serious hit out on the Tuesday. I believe he may be going with rekindled interest.
A good test for you. Is he a good traveller? Has he travelled well? Are you happy with him?
Yeah, just absolutely ate up last night. I gave him a bit too much, I thought, but no, he's nailed it. So he's a very happy horse.
You changed your campaign halfway through just to make sure you added the extra run in. Are you happy with how that's worked out?
Yeah, I'm very glad I did that now. Look, he was just too well after the 2 runs at home, and like I've been quoted, I probably misunderstood that he's a year older and stronger, and 10 minutes down the road to travel to race and back home in the box, it just took nothing out of him. So, but it's just nice to know I've had a 2,040 metre run under my belt.
It's been a long aim to get to Cox Plate Day, and everything seems to have gone according to plan, John.
Yeah, it has. That's what you asked for, is an uninterrupted build-up, and we've got touch wood so far.
I suppose you look at all things happening around him, and it keeps pointing back to him to some extent, doesn't it?
Yeah, I don't know. It's quite funny. We were staying, and I looked up, and it was Field of Omar's old box, so it might be an omen, I don't know.
For you, as a young trainer, what's it mean to get this horse into a Cox Plate and virtually favourite outside a helmet?
Yeah, look, just to get here, I'll be happy if I get here on the 22nd and he's fit and well, and I can turn up and say I've got no excuses. So that's the main thing, and then my job will be done. But it's fun. That's why we do this game, and that's what we want every Saturday. One in the Group 1.
But this is a bit of prestige as well, winning a Tats Cox Plate here at the Valley.
Yeah, look, we're well aware it's been a while since the Kiwis done it, since the Great Sunline. So not only for us personally and my owners and staff and everything, but just for New Zealand and our breeding industry to let us know, we still breed the best in the world.
Well, you've bred the last couple of Cox Plate winners in, so you think. Have you had a Cox Plate experience yourself?
No, I haven't. I've never been here. I was here for the Breakfast of the Stars last year, just having a nosy really, more than anything. But and I'm glad I did it to know what it'll entail next Tuesday.
Your jock, Jonathan Riddell, up to the mark for a Cox Plate, a high pressure Cox Plate.
Yeah, look, he hasn't let me down yet, and he came in. I think he proved it over here, and certainly the Rosehill Guineas. He's obviously won up in Brisbane for me in the Rough Habit Plate as well. So not much phases, Jonathan. So he'll be over to gallop on Saturday and on the Tuesday as well to have a look here. But hey, as he told me, he's ridden the jumps around Moonee Valley, so hopefully he's not looking for a fence halfway around in the Cox Plate.
You might if he gets beaten. You've been talking the talk, and the horse has been walking the walk for you. You're supremely confident in this horse, aren't you?
Yeah, you just back your ability, I think, and you back your horse and your staff. So, it's a different level. We're conscious of that. And while it's one thing to rap when you're in New Zealand because you know your opposition, it's another level up again. So probably be more apprehensive this time, much the same as going into Rosehill when it's the unknowns. But you can't control them, so you just worry about your own. And if I do everything right and he gets a good run, then I think we're a big chance.
So you're not going to be as cheeky as we've heard him to say he'll win the Cox Plate.
Nah, maybe I'll wait till the Sunday, eh? No good being Friday's news if you're not there Sunday.